everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Carr's Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. With Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Carr now on first down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They go play action here on first down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit, and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here in this first series. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Fresh set of downs here. Now Carr again. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Seth Roberts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they're going to go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here. 15-yard line. On offense, and Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible?
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapoulivaati Vaitai, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play out.
And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Out to kick is Janikowski. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Play clock winding down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. So they're behind the chains. Is the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Wentz to throw. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now Wentz on third down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They do go for it. It's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. On second down, here's Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fielded about a yard deep. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses. Heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards on the ground. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They run with Ajayi. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throw on second down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 7:34, 29. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Seth Roberts on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. It's up and good, and they're in control now. 35-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So the D-line's going to spread out. Again, here's Blunt. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. This is Ajayi. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And it is incomplete.